Yes, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, I am aware that I'm not wearing a suit for today's very, very important game. Yeah, well, you see, every time we mention to the team that it's an important game, they have like a mini panic attack and start telling me I'm wrong and we shouldn't be putting any pressure on them. So I thought, flannel, it's not a t-shirt, it's not a suit, it's about halfway there. Yeah, we've got everything prepared for this. These 2 legs against Charlton. We've even got a little Wallace and Gromit penguin water bottle to keep ourselves hydrated throughout the game. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna go and win the playoffs. Absolutely. Yeah, no, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the playoffs. Just promised the chairman we are going to win. And now we've got to go and attempt to do just that, and starting it off with a 2-legged affair against Charlton. Welcome back to episode 19 of our Zero to Hero series. It is Monday. It is time for the playoffs with Forest Green Rovers and hopefully promotion to the championship. I believe for what would be the first time in the club's history, but do correct me down in the comments if I am wrong. We are very, very excited for this today. We have not been in great form. We do not have a very good track record against Charlton either, which is a little bit of a concern going into today's match. But we're going to do our best nonetheless. We are away in the first leg against Charlton, and the lineup is as follows today. It is Solbrine in goal. We've got a back 4 of Smith, Pickles, Fagan, Walcott, and Payne. We've then got Jones and Suckdy in midfield. Why have we got Jones in there? Where is Nightingale? Nightingale suspended for this match. I set this team up yesterday and then I forgot why, but Nightingale is suspended for the first leg. We've got Kabaya over on the left, Konechny through the middle, MacDonald on the right, and our star striker Paul Robertson up front. Obviously, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, joining the team on a full permanent transfer next season. I'm sure he would love to do it as part of a team that are in the Championship and not in League 2. Either way, he's agreed. So he's joining us regardless of what league we are in. But I think he would like to do it in the Championship. If you do enjoy today's episode, before we get into the big meat of it, if you are excited for our chances in the playoff, then please do hit that like button down below. It really helps out with the engagement. I'd like to get some more viewers onto this series. I think it's quite exciting. It's been quite a good run, and we are starting it off 2 minutes in with a corner for Forest Green. We've been good at set pieces recently, and Daniel Jones trying to find Pickles there at the near post, not managing it, but Kabaya has hit an absolute thunderous strike from range there from outside of the box to put us 1-0 ahead in the first leg away at Charlton. 2 minutes into the tie. That is an absolutely amazing goal. That could not be more perfect timing. I was about to go, we don't have the best track record, as I mentioned, against Charlton, and I feel like we're going to struggle in these playoffs, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the team are properly up for this. As you heard me mention to the chairman on the telephone at the start of this, before we actually got into the episode, every time we have mentioned to the team that this is quite a big game, they have kind of had a little bit of a moan. Robertson's in here as well. Yeah, the team have had a little bit of a moan and said they don't need that sort of pressure. We shouldn't be pressurising them. We shouldn't be reminding them it is a big game. We shouldn't be reminding them that they could get promotion. And the man who just headed the ball away, Fagan Walcott, our main team leader at this point, is the main instigator of those concerns within the team, very much the ringleader for the camp that's saying we shouldn't be pressurising. And Fagan Walcott here, though, is still going to do his job today, very, very clearly. Although he's concerned with the way we're managing the team, apparently, he is more than capable of doing his job. And Suckdy is messed around on the ball there. He was let down a little bit by a short pass, and now it is Leoburn who has scored against us twice for Charlton now. And once again, he is in the midst of things. 30 minutes in, it is back to 1-1, drawing with Charlton. Apparently, we're saying there down in the commentary below that Solbrine should have done better with that save. I mean, I'm more concerned that Leoburn had 2 defenders on there and didn't get tackled. Nobody went in for that one. Nobody wanted to step up and actually do something, and we've just kind of let him have free reign in our box, and we definitely cannot let him be doing that today, because as I mentioned, I think he's scored in every appearance against us so far. He hasn't today yet. He's not scored, but obviously he was a very, very big part of that goal there. I'm not sure what we're looking for in terms of result yet either today, because we are away. This is a two-legged affair. Coming away at Charlton and getting a draw and taking them back to ours at home with a draw on the cards, I think would be acceptable. He says, as we concede our second of the game against Charlton, this is not going the way I want it to. This is going to be a very, very short episode unless we, you know, a little bit of a handle on things. Sorry, Danny Smith there, mate. You know you're at that post to try and head it away if it comes in, not just allow it to go over your head. Right, it is only 53 minutes gone, though. We're having a look at the match stats over here. Charlton are ahead on shots. They've got all of their shots on target, which is quite concerning. And they've got 66% possession. Now, in my mind, we have two options here. We can go cautious or we can go attacking. I think for the moment, we just go cautious and we encourage the team and we assess where we are around the 70th minute. If we look like we're coming back into the tie, then at that point, we can potentially make some substitutions, go a bit more attacking. I would say that is the 70th minute and we are not looking anything like getting back in this tie. So again, do we stay cautious here and hope to limit the damage? Or do we go all attacking? I kind of feel like we go all attacking. Sukti is tired here. Logan Briggs is going to come on in the Mazzala role. Kabaya, our goal scorer today, is also tired. So Bigotto is going to come on for him. And Paul Robertson, mate, why are you on a 6 rating? Do we pull Paul Robertson off here? But who do we bring on for him realistically? Because we really don't have a lot in a way of a bench today. I mean, we could put Konechny up there, who's always good for a goal, and bring Hackney on. Yes, that's kind of what we do. We're just going to pump our fists and tell everyone we trust them to make the difference today. And then we're instantly going to go attacking and demand more from the team. We have got a set piece here into Fagan Walcott. It looks like that one hit the crossbar as it went over. That's a little bit better. If we could go up and just get some set pieces, because we do tend to be good for a set piece recently, that might be our best option here. Right now, though, we're getting yellow cards coming out of the wazoo, which isn't great heading into potentially a second leg and potentially a final in the playoffs as well, if all our players are going to be suspended. Danny Smith out to Daniel Jones, who still has not scored his first goal for the club. I really thought he was going to be a better signing. I mean, it doesn't help. He's definitely not a striker. That much we are sure of, because even when we play him up front, he is in midfield today, and I completely concede that. But even when he is up front, he's still not scored a goal. He is not a natural born goal scorer, despite that being his preferred position. So I think his future is in midfield. However, I'd like him to do a little bit better there as well. He really isn't the player we thought he was going to be. So we've now got these 2 days break, and then we go straight into the match against Charlton. I'm not going to edit the bits in between. We're just going to go straight into it. We'll hit continue a few times. We'll chat amongst ourselves while we get there. This is interesting, bringing this up now, telling us about Charlton. We're very aware what they did in their last match, Mr. Analyst, because we were there. We were the ones who lost to them. It does mean now, of course, we've got to overturn a 1-goal deficit against Charlton, which is going to be easier said than done, given our record, I think, now is 2 losses and 2 draws. So we've never won against them since I've been at the club. We definitely haven't won against them this season. It's going to be a difficult one. It's definitely going to be a difficult one today. Maybe the flannel wasn't the right choice. Maybe we should have been going into this in a suit, and we should have been, you know, letting the team know about the occasion a little bit more. But that's just not going to do. Kabaya there. Can we not put McDonald on? Why are we not? What has the assistant manager done here? I'm absolutely fine with. Konechny plays there, but he's not really fit enough. Okay, so Sukti can go in there. And then in the Mazzala role, we're just doing this all live. Hackney can go in there. Callum Jones. Is Nightingale still suspended? How long is he suspended for? Unavailable. Nightingale suspended. Suspended for next match. That's really not ideal, is it? That's pretty problematic, in fact. So Don, Pickles, Fagan Walcott and Daly Campbell, we're happy with all of those. Callum Jones isn't really fit enough. So I think Daniel Jones goes in there, Iro, Sukdi, and Robertson. I don't know what the assistant manager, what he was thinking when he set this team up. I mean, I'd argue as well, Logan Brigg goes in there. I think that's what we kind of go with. And then on the bench, we'll have Danny Smith. We're going to put Okadina and Lewis Payne on the bench as well. The midfielders can be Hackney and Callum Jones. I mean, is probably the best we can do. Over on the left, we put Kabaya on them. I feel like we start Kabaya over there again instead of Iro, because Iro's not fully fit. We got Konechny we put on the bench as well, and then that kind of covers us everywhere. So line up today then, Brian in goal. We got back four, Saddam Pickles, Fagan, Walcott and Daly Campbell. They're all fully fit. Daniel Jones and Briggs in midfield. Kabaya on the left, Sukdi through the centre, McDonald on the right and Robertson up front. We really need a little bit more from the team today. Robertson especially, because if Robertson starts firing on all cylinders like he has been this season, then we should do really, really well. But he is, I wouldn't say he's inconsistent, but he does have those matches where he'll just completely fall off. In fact, I do wonder, and have I missed this? If I look at his report, no, it doesn't say he hates big matches. It doesn't say he enjoys them either. Fair enough. I mean, needs to work on becoming more consistent if he is to develop further. I feel like we kind of feel that. And we are, just because I want to keep a bit more of an eye on it, going to go on extended highlights here. Charlton with a free kick from some range there, but they do take a shot. They know they've got us on the ropes here. They kind of need to get a result as well to just ensure that they've got us on the ropes. But nonetheless, they have got us on the ropes. And there he is again, Leoburn with a cross into the box. Sol Bryan going to collect that one. And do you know what? I know it is very, very early. It's only 5 minutes in, but I think we do go attacking here just because we need to limit Charlton's threat. And we need to score a couple of goals ourselves. Kabaya collecting that throw in, looking for McDonald. McDonald does get his head to it, question mark. I mean, he doesn't jump. I think he did control that with his head, but it was obviously very low down. Daly Campbell now finding McDonald again. Can he get across into the box? He can. I think he found Robertson there, but it hits the crossbar and it is scrambled away by the Charlton defender. Leoburn now trying to hold things up and just about managing it as well, but that highlights come to an end, so it does look like that attack fizzled out pretty quickly. We're going to demand more from the team early on in this tie. That has been our only shot so far. Possession-wise, we are doing absolutely nothing again. Daniel Jones standing over the free kick into Fagan Walcott, looking for him, not managing to find him. Daniel Jones does recollect it though, and he's still looking for his first goal. I mean, he is just not going to find it, is he? And we could really, really do with Daniel Jones finding that first goal today. If ever he's going to find it, today would be the perfect opportunity to pop up with your first goal for the club, really. It's a big occasion. I would really enjoy it if he did that. Charlton again here though on the attack. It's Leoburn once again causing us all sorts of problems, this time with a through ball, but Brian does manage to dive down and just smother that one before it rolls underneath him, and now is looking up, looking for a ball to play. He tries to find McDonald. In fact, all of our forwards aren't very good, but Robertson is through here, and Robertson gets his 33rd goal of the season and does mean we draw level on aggregate. That is why we're going attacking, because if we can just absorb the pressure at the back, then we can do fantastic things like that. If we manage to get, especially Robertson, one-on-one with a goalkeeper, they stand no chance. That is a fantastic finish there from him as well. And now the scores are all level with an hour or so left to play of this tie. Obviously, additional time, all of that stuff. Does this go to extra time if we're drawing? I assume it does. Or does it go straight to penalty? Hopefully we don't find out. Hopefully we're winning by such a vast amount that we don't need to find out. But Leoburn once again through on goal. This time it is blocked by Fagan Walcott and is going to go out for a Charlton corner. This is going to be very long if we keep this up. So we are going to change to key highlights now. We've got that goal corner here from Charlton. And it is, I believe, nodded away. And Robertson now looking to break for us. He doesn't really have anyone in support, but he is ahead of the Charlton defenders at the moment. And he is eventually tackled. And it goes out for a throw-in in the Charlton half. We are going to play for set pieces. I absolutely agree with our new assistant manager's recommendation there to play for set pieces, and here's one now. Sedon looking for Fagan Walcott. He does find him, but he can't keep his header down, and it just hits the woodwork as it goes out of play. Right, we've done well so far, guys. Let's give everything we've got. You've all got the ability to go out and make the difference. You've absolutely proven that you are League One and maybe above quality this season. We have had a fantastic season. We just don't want it to end here. Not like this. We want another goal. Leoburn again. Every Charlton highlight starts with that man on the ball. Kabaya over to Briggs here, looking for Robertson. He does find him over to Kabaya. Kabaya's got a wing back on his left, but it's played into Robertson. Out wide to MacDonald now. Back into Robertson. Oh, and it's a good save. It turns out he was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered, but he did get in behind the defenders there. And that's exactly what we need him to do. And much like the first game of the season, right as we're looking okay, Kabaya pops up with an injury. So Oliver Iro is going to come on for him. McDonald looks pretty tired as well. And now we have no one to put on that right-hand side, which is slightly concerning. So we're just going to have to ignore it. It does mean Suckdy needs to come off as well. We'll bring on Konechny to play out the rest of this tie. I'm a little bit worried about the fitness levels if we do get to a final here, because our players really not in great fitness. Sedon looking for Fagan Walcott. He does find him that time, and it is a good reflex save there from their goalkeeper. It does result in another set piece for us though. Sedon going to be taking it again, looking for either, I think he's going to look for the far post here. He looks for somewhere, and it is just headed away by the Charlton defender. And now Sedon, and that's the end of the highlight. So I'm guessing the result of that was pretty rubbish. Charlton with their own free kick here. Can we deal with that one? We haven't dealt with that one. Oh, no. Oh, no, we have not dealt with that one at all. And it is 76 minutes on the clock, and we have gone a goal down here. Right. We need to change something here, and we need to change it very quickly. Konechny is going to go up front. We played them both as advance forwards. Can Robertson play as anything else? I've never had to, so we're going to go Robertson as the pressing forward on attack, and then Konechny as the advance forward on attack, I think is the best we can do with those two. McDonald is still a massive issue here at the moment, given how tired he is. But I don't feel like we can do a lot. Oh, we could put Briggs there. Can Briggs, I mean, he can do a job as a winger. Let's just have a look. He's going to be making his debut on that side, but he can do all right as a winger. So we'll take McDonald off in that case, and we'll bring on Callum Jones, who I believe is the club captain. We do have two Joneses in midfield then. We probably need to bring on Hackney as well. And it does mean we can make one substitution after this. But I don't feel like Payne, Okadina or Danny Smith are likely to be doing a huge amount here. Although Aaron Pickles is on a really bad rating, Daly Campbell, Fagan Walcott, all of our back four aren't exactly doing fantastic. But we're just going to go with that for a minute. We're going to demand more from the team. We've hit the 80th minute. We're going very attacking, ladies and girls, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, all of that blended into one. Anyone who may be watching, and we are on the ball here at this highlight. Hackney looking for Briggs over on that side. It was an ambitious pass, really, and it has allowed Charlton to regain possession here and go on the attack. They fire that one from range. Luckily, it has gone wide, and we just need to get that ball up the other end. Fagan Walcott's going to be coming off now for Lewis Payne. We're in the middle of a highlight. We're unable to see it. We're into the 92nd minute. I don't think we're going up. Oh, that's so annoying. I mean, I was saying that all day long in yesterday's episode. Friday's episode, the last episode I recorded, that if we went to the playoffs, I didn't think we would manage to get to the championship. And as it turns out, we do not get to the championship. It's very much what we expected. It's very disappointing. It is a very disappointing end to the episode. It's a very disappointing end to the season when you consider how long we were top. I mean, we can go have a quick look at that. I would imagine if we have a look in the competitions into the Sky Bet League One and we look at past positions, if you look at us, look how many weeks we spent top. I would say we were top probably the most out of all the teams in the league. There's just that drop off there. Just just absolutely poor form towards the end of the season. We had a poor patch here in the middle of the season. I mean, the lowest we were all season, apart from the first day, was 5th, which we have to put down as a very, very successful season. Just unfortunate. We've just set a new Gates record as well against Charlton, which is really, really cool, but just not a lot of use to us, really. And now we need to focus on next season. We have just got the budgets in. That's not huge. £80,000 per week and 436,000 wage budget. I mean, okay, realistically, in the wage budget, that gives us another £4,000 to spend. Oh, that is just not enough. What's our committed spending? Our committed spending is 71,000. So we've got about £9,000 to spend next season and 436,000 in transfer budget. Right. Tomorrow's episode then is going to be spending that money and trying to build a team that can actually get us promoted next season via the automatic positions, not via the playoffs, because we don't do playoffs. We managed it with Taunton. We have not managed it here with Forest Green. It's just such a disappointing end to the season, but we're going to go away. We're going to rebuild for next season. We're going to come back stronger. We're going to get promoted with Forest Green at the second attempt. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do drop a like down below. Hit the subscribe button. Follow along if you want to see our second season in League One as well. And thank you very much for watching.